Hello everybody, welcome to the Coach Oak Show on Coach Oak TV. You are here with Coach Oak. It is too sweet to see you today. We have our Week 10 battle against the great Splurge, who created our logo, so shout out to Splurge, of course. Here's the position we're in. We are 6-3. 7 wins clinches us playoffs. So one more win in our last 2 weeks will get us into playoffs. We are obviously hoping to get that today, so we don't have to go into the last week and deal with all of that mess. Splurge's team we are going up against for this spot is Rayquaza, Tapu Lele, Kartana, Hawlucha, Ditto, Torkoal, Rotom-Mow, Garbodor, Melodic, Crocodile, Rhydon, and Haunter. We are going against that with a Mega Mence, Intimidate on the way in, a Aeroliate once it's up, Return, Dragon Claw, Roost, and Dragon Dance. Why did I click on that? I don't know. We have Deoxys Defense, Rocky Helmet, pretty defensive, Psychic, Ice Beam, Calm Mind, and Recover. Tapu Koko with the Choice Scarf, Discharge, Hidden Power Ice, Grass Knot, and U-Turn. We have Heavy Slam, Ice Fang, Earthquake, Stealth Rock, Steelix. One-time thing, find out the Lele should be able to get up rocks. Not expecting it to stay in against a Steelix unless it maybe has Focus Blast, which would be an issue. But if we can find out what it is, that's awesome. We have Electric Seed, Drifblim to stop a sweep and just revenge things, you know. Little advertising, but a little chaos control as well. Obviously, we've got double C's. We've got a little terrain battle going on here today. Hex, Calm Mind, Destiny Bond, and Thunder Wave. With the Drifblim, we have Darkfield, the Alolan Persian, Dark MZ for the Z Parting Shot, for Code Ability, Taunt, Foul Play, and Knockoff. We are going to Postcom again. I've been having all kinds of recorder issues today, and I'm real sick of it. And I'm hoping that this is my final take, because I've recorded this too many darn times. The number of times is too darn high. Anyways, I'm going to cut this to help me not cry when it stops working, so see you over at the replay very shortly. And here we are at the battle, take number 752. I need a new recorder, and I couldn't find one I like. Oh, wait, what? Maybe that will help fix it. Okay. Maybe it updated and I found a setting that I need. Okay, here we go. He brings Lele, Haunter, Crocodile, the Crocodile, Hawlucha, Ditto, and Torkoal. I'm always assuming that Ditto is Scarf. I always assume Ditto Scarf. Just always do it. We have Lele, Haunter, and Crook, who are all looking like they could be Scarf. I'm expecting only one because, you know, nobody really brings 3 Scarves. He might. I mean, all the power to him if he did. Hawlucha, I'm expecting Psychic Seed because Unburdened and stuff. And then we got Torkoal, which I don't really know what Torkoal's going to have. But not bad information right off the top. I'm going to lead off with the Koko. Thought about leading off with the Alolan Persian, but I'm going to lead off with the Koko. Outspeeds everything. I can U-turn on the Crook, and kind of just deal with everything else. Ditto will be mildly annoying, and unfortunately he does go to Ditto. The reason this is annoying, because I don't really want to reveal him Scarf yet, and obviously I'm expecting this to be a speed tie, so I'm hoping to lose the speed tie to get a slow U-turn instead of a fast U-turn. But I don't. I win the speed tie, or what I think is a speed tie, at least at this time. Go out into Steelix, who I find out he's going to U-turn. You know, I just kind of expect Steelix to take something. Expect to maybe be able to get up my rocks. But he goes into Torkoal, which fair play. I could do a big chip to this Torkoal, but I don't really want to risk losing this. Kind of expecting him to go for his own rocks, which I kind of wish I had stayed in Earthquake, but then he's going to Will-O-Wisp instead, which I'm absolutely fine with because means Deoxys can't get toxic. I can recover off the burn. I'm very happy with that. And now I can use this as a status absorber as well. I really debated here. Oops, sorry. Let's go back. I really debated clicking the Psychic for the Haunter coming in hard, or clicking the Ice Beam for the Crocodile coming in hard. I figured one of them's coming in. Honestly, Psychic's going to do a whole lot more to Torkoal. But I ended up going for the Psychic. I really wanted to just take a risk and get rid of the Haunter right away. Unfortunately, not what worked out. Goes into Crook. Crook obviously takes nothing from Psychic because Dark is immune. And I don't really get much benefit to that Yeah, you'll see Chuck come in here. Okay. This is gonna be real cut up, real not pretty, just because I'm real sick of recording this battle. I'm gonna play around with the quarter after. So, sorry if this seems chipped and chopped and whatnot. So he's got this. I'm expecting a knockoff. He's gonna pursue, which is fine. I'll keep the Rocky helmet. He's gonna take some chip from that. I'm gonna go to about half, which is okay. It makes it hard for Deoxys to come in on things, but it's not terrible. Get Darfield in for free. I'm going to go ahead and make a misplay here. I should have taunted to stop the rocks. Especially if I had noticed the leftovers and thought about the fact he was Intimidate with leftovers. I definitely should have taunted to keep the rocks off the field. I went for knockoff just to get rid of it because I was still a little bit scared of a Scarf. Scarf Moxie, even though he was obviously not Scarf Moxie. So, my mistake, but it is what it is. He's going to go out into the Lele. I'm going to click Foul Play because it did the most damage to Crook. He's going to take a chunk. I'm going to not want to risk the Scarf Moonblast here and go right into the Steelix. That is my answer to this. This is my switch into Lele. See what it is, figure it out. He goes for Nature's Madness, which I don't want to take that much, to be honest. But it's mildly annoying, but I find out he's Nature's Madness. So I'm going to put up my rocks here. Just like I said, come in on Lele, put up rocks. Torkoal may have Rapid Spin, but I'm kind of expecting these to be able to stay for the game. Rocks on both sides, kind of thinking they're there. He's going to Earthquake. I know I can live one, or pretty sure I can live one at least, based on the knockoff damage. And Heavy Slam will confirm that this is very bulky Crook. Obviously, Intimidate lefties kind of said that as well, but very bulky Crook. He only takes 20% from the Heavy Slam. So I'm going to go into the Salamence. Don't think he can really touch it, which is going to be confirmed when we see the knockoff. So we know knockoff, Stealth Rocks, Pursuit, and Earthquake. He cannot touch Mega Mence. So I'm going to Mega up right here and take the Roost just to get the health back. Because I can. As I said, he can't really touch me. Figure out my play from there. So I'm going to Roost, get up to full. I'm going to take a risk here. The risk is going to be that he's not Scarf Nature's Madness. And therefore can't Scarf Moonblast this time. Because if he is Scarf, which obviously Lele's often are Scarf, so it's something you have to think about. But if he's not, I kill. 252 Bold has a roll in my favor that he dies, but he does have a chance to live. But I'm not expecting him to be that. So it's like 252 HP. If it's a Specs, Lele is going to die from this range to just an unboosted return. I know even Adamant, I'm faster than 252 Timid Lele, so I feel like I'm in a good spot here. That I can just quick return, take the calculated risk that I'm not going to lose my Mence here, and that he's going to lose his Lele. Which he does. So very good for me. First kill of the battle goes my way. Obviously, Steelix is really low, but and Dingo Lele is just absolutely massive. He goes into Crook just for the Intimidate. Knowing he can't really touch me, I'm going to Dragon Dance just to kind of see what he's doing, because I'm not expecting him to stay. But I wasn't sure what to hit to kind of, cover. He goes into Torkoal, even with the DD back to neutral. I'm not doing enough to this to risk the Will-O-Wisp, so I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, get out of dodge, get into Deoxys. So I'll take the Will-O-Wisp. If he had Lava Balloon, would have been a bit of an issue. I might have died. Crit would have killed me. Might have died after the burn. Not really sure what the roll was. Didn't come close enough, so I'm going to recover up here, though. I know I'm faster. Getting clean on the Will-O-Wisp. Status Absorb. He's going to Lava Plume. Does 27. With the burn, I'm going to drop down to 50, so I'm going to recover again. Probably should have been more aggressive here, but didn't want to risk it. I want to just get Deoxys back up to full as he brings in Haunter hard, and we're going to get up to full. Now, I would live a Shadow Ball from here, I believe even from Specs Modest, but I don't want to risk the fact that he's not got Hex. He very well could have Hex, so I'm getting out of here because I do fear that. I wish I had stayed in Click Sight because it would have killed the Haunter, would have killed the Lucha. But either way, I do go out, and I go out into Steelix basically to sack it off to the Haunter was the idea. Now that I'm in on this, I'm not worried about Steelix dying. I just don't want him to set up, so I'm gonna Heavy Slam, do as much damage as I possibly can before I go down. Keep this thing in range of other things. So he's gonna bulk up while I Heavy Slam, which means I'm gonna do 45, so a decent chunk of damage. He can't take another one, so he has to take me out here, which he'll do. Didn't go Steelix, but without the Layla, I really didn't need Steelix anymore. I didn't have to save it to try to parting shot it up or anything like that. So he goes down, and then we're going to go into the Coco, who's going to click Hidden Power Ice. I could have discharged, but Hidden Power Ice would have covered the hard switch into Crook, so that's what I wanted to do. I'm able to take that out. He can go into Haunter now, because Haunter won't die to Hidden Power Ice. It would have discharged, but either way, he had a pretty good switch. Could go Torkoal now as well if he wanted to. But he's going to go Haunter, put that offensive pressure. I'm going to get out of dodge. As I said, Hidden Power Ice not doing enough. I'm going to kind of middle ground play. I don't want to go hard into Deoxys because I don't really like that. So I'm going into Persian. Takes the Shadow Ball relatively well considering how bad its Spadef is. I'm going to click Knockoff here. Would kill a Haunter. Something else comes in. Could take its item. If it was Ditto, could take its Scarf. Or what I think is a Scarf at least. And if it's Torkoal, it loses its Custap. Wasn't really expecting Custap. I'm just going to Parting Shot now, because I can't kill it from here, and that's fine. And we'll see the Explosion go off as we go into Deoxys, who takes that really well. Defensive Deoxys defense can take an Explosion. I mean, that is what it is. And it will, and we're going to be in still decent health as well, as Torkoal goes down to its own devices. Just wanting to take that kill away from me. I see how it is, Splurge. And then we go, he's going to go into Haunter again. Don't really want to stay. I'm in range of a Shadow Ball this time, so I really, really don't want to stay. I probably should have gone to Drift Blade. I'm expecting the Sludge Wave. But either way, I'm going to go into Darkfield again. He's going to Sludge Wave and get the kill. So, mildly annoying, but I can deal. Going into Coco here. Again, Scarf Cocos can now Revenge. With Discharge, I'm going to click Discharge. I'm not super worried about it. If he goes into Crook, I can go into Mence, because I know it can't touch Mence, so I feel relatively safe about coming in and clicking Discharge. So I'm going to Discharge. Nope. I'm going to Discharge. He's going to go into Coco. I'm going to be able to gauge the damage, even though it's my own Mon. I'm going to take 36. So I'm going to stay in because nothing of mine really wants to come in clean on my own Coco. If I lose the 1v1 because of speed ties, that's fine. It's not really a big deal because I can come in clean on things and take it out. But if I switched, I was in trouble. So I stay in and Discharge again. He goes into Crook. So I can go out again. Mence. He can't touch Mence. He's going to Pursuit, do enough chip. Probably the right play. And there we go into Salamence, who is going to be able to take this out with a Dragon Claw, or it's going to Dragon Claw. It would take out Crook. Wanted to cover the switch, which it does very well. And here we go. Even with the Haban, not the Scarf Ditto, it's a Haban Ditto. Down goes the Mega Mence. He's going to go into Haunter. He won't kill me with the Shadow Ball if I've got it set right, which I do. And I'm going to return to take out Haunter. I am going to play a little bit for differential here, just not risking that he would crit a knockoff and kill Mence from here. Because there is somebody 1 point behind me in the standings, 1 differential point behind me in the standings. So, I would like to keep every differential point I can. Sorry to expend the battle by a turn, Splurge, but I would not have killed with return after the Tim. So I'm going to Roost, and then I'm going to DD, and then I'm going to return to kill him that way. Just because I don't want to, again, risk the crit and lose differential point. Wouldn't have lost the battle, but, differentials are important, especially when we are now posturing for our position in the playoffs. We are talking about playoffs. We out here talking about the playoffs because we have clinched the playoffs in Season 2 of UPC. We came into this week at the 4th seed. There's a small chance that we could get up to the 2nd seed. but we could also end up the 6th seed. So there's a lot of posturing still to be done. We can't end up number 1, but we can end up anywhere between 2 and 6, I believe, at this point. Maybe not 2. I haven't looked at the standings that carefully. But we moved 7 and 3, does clinch us playoffs. Moving into our last week battle against Honor. Honor 6, our assistant coach, front office, TTPL partner. You know him on this channel probably if you've listened to me at all. We do face him in the last week. He has an outside chance at playoffs. If he makes playoffs, it comes at the cost of other front office members, Sketch AV. But either way, I'm glad to not have to have Tsumami lie to me again going into the last week of the season and miss playoffs. That way, we have clinched with 1 week left. Cannot choke away, and the last week of the season is nice. Going to be playing for posturing, see what's important and how things go that way before our match against Honor. Looking forward to it very much. And we are talking about playoffs here. We are talking about playoffs. The seeds not coming near as handy as I thought they were. The dueling seeds, but Mega Mence doing Mega Mence things, which is lovely to see. GG to my opponent Splurge, once again, great guy. Made our logo. You should all become friends with him on Discord because I don't think he has a YouTube channel. But either way, we are going to say goodbye for now. We have made playoffs in the UPC, and it is too sweet. Have a great day, everybody, because Coach Oak said so. I will see you next time.